Salute to everyone. This is your boy King Jr. Got some more boxing news for y'all. So, Errol Spence recently posted some pictures on his social media, and Errol Spence is looking ready to go. We seen Terence Crawford physique. Terence Crawford is ready to go. But I'm trying to tell y'all, Errol Spence is different. Errol Spence looks extremely big. Errol Spence Jr. looks as lean, as cut up as he possibly can be. Errol Spence Jr. putting that hard work in that Dallas sun. I'm telling you right now. Well, in Texas and Dallas, you guys know. So I'm telling you right now, guys. Errol Spence Jr. is coming to destroy Terence Crawford. I cannot wait for this pro Terence Crawford channel to go down. There's an actual channel on YouTube called Terence Crawford Beats Easy Route Spence. If you have not seen that channel, when that channel goes down, if Errol is successful, that whole channel goes down. He's probably going to change the name to Spence Beat Easy Crawford or something like that. But with that being said, Errol Spence Jr. is ready to go. We know that Errol Spence Jr. had the hardest route in the welterweight division. We know that he is almost done clearing out to welterweight division. We know that Terence Crawford put himself on cruise control in the welterweight division. And we know that Terence Crawford has one last task, which is the big fish, Errol Spence Jr. Me, in my opinion, I don't think Terence Crawford has enough to beat Errol Spence Jr. That's just me. Terence Crawford is one hell of a fighter, but Terence Crawford is starting to get a lot of limelight from legends saying that Terence Crawford is just too skilled. He's too skilled. Yes, he's too skilled, but you have to give Errol Spence his credit. You got guys like Roy Jones, Antonio Tarver, Sugar Ray Leonard, and more of these guys, even Mike Tyson, even more of these legendary boxers saying that Terence Crawford going to just dog walk Errol Spence Jr. And I find it very ironic that these people say this because Errol Spence Jr. is not no easy walk in the park. Everybody thought that some people thought that Ugas might be too much for Errol Spence Jr. Some people thought that Errol Spence Jr. lost the Sean Porter fight, which he didn't lose. He dropped Sean Porter. If Errol Spence Jr. didn't drop Sean Porter, I still think he would have beat Sean Porter because of the boxing ability and the fundamentals of Errol Spence Jr. kept him alive in that fight. Not just to drop his boxing skill alone. So, with that being said, this is one of the biggest fights in boxing history today in present time. We know that both of these two has other plans to move up in weight. Errol Spence Jr. is already on the move of focusing on Terence Crawford. If he's successful against Terence Crawford, he will be going up to fight Jermell Charlo for his belts, which that's going to make for a massive fight next. If Terence Crawford is successful, Terence Crawford will be going up to 154 pounds to shut up Errol's stablemate and friend and like brother Jermell Charlo as well. So he'll be moving up. So who knows? Maybe we might get two fights. I'd love to see two fights, but we got to see what happens when both of these guys step into the ring. I think Errol Spence is too big. He's too active. He computes data the way you should compute data in the ring. He starts out very fast. And my question to Terence Crawford is you ain't going to have time to compute data against a guy like Errol Spence. Because you know why? Terence Crawford starts off too slow. Every Terence Crawford fight I've seen from 47, he's a slow starter. He computes data very, very slow. You cannot be computing data slow against Errol Spence and Jermell Charlo. You're going to have to start out fast because I think the fact of the matter is that if you start now very slow against Errol Spence Jr., and like Errol Spence Jr. says, I'm coming big stepping first. If he's stepping first and he pressing you hard and he's starting out fast, Terence Crawford's going to be in a world of trouble. You ain't going to have time to sit there and try to control the distance Errol Spence. Errol Spence is going to be in your chest just like Sean Porter. But the difference between Sean Porter and Errol Spence Jr. uses control aggression. He makes smart decisions while he's in the pocket. He makes reasonable decisions. Sean Porter, he just pressures you and overwhelms you with a lot of pressure, just like David Benavidez. But the difference with Sean Porter is Sean Porter had very, very good footwork, and he was pressing you at the same time. And a lot of people doubted Sean Porter's footwork because Shawn Porter at that time had one of the greatest footworks in his division alongside Errol Spence. Errol Spence's footwork was decent, but Shawn Porter had fast ass feet, and people underestimate the credit. But Errol Spence sat his ass down and beat him. But the point of the matter is, guys, Errol Spence is looking in dangerously shape. This man is ready to go. He's ready to destroy Terence Crawford. I think Terence Crawford has a small chance of beating Errol Spence Jr. Is Terence Crawford going to show to come put up a fight? Absolutely. Terence Crawford is one of the best welterweights in that division. He is the last of the best welterweights in that division. Errol Spence is the last best welterweight in that division in their era. I'm not counting the new guys coming up. I think these new guys coming up will present a lot of problems for these two. But I still think the skill set and the experience, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, is still the best along in the division from the upcoming stars between Virgil Ortiz, Jaron Ennis, Rashidi Ellis, and the rest of them. So, with that being said, Errol Spence is looking to destroy Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is in major trouble. Terence Crawford can train that body, train his physique all he wants, but I still think Errol is going to be too big, too strong, high work rate, all around basic, fundamentally sound, because all that flash and pizzazz, Errol Spence ain't worried about that. Errol Spence just worried about getting you up out of there. And Terence Crawford could try to put on a show for the crowd to impress the crowd, but what's going to happen when all that junk goes out the window and you can't contain a basic Errol Spence Jr. like everybody say? Errol's too basic. He's not pizzazz like Terence Crawford. We're going to find out if all that pizzazz is going to work on Errol Spence Jr. Terence Crawford. But I don't think it's going to work because I think you finally met the big lights. I think you finally met the opponent you should have been fought 4 years ago. And the time is now. And Terence Crawford, your welterweight days will be over. And the only way you'll have a chance of beating Errol Spence Jr. is maybe in the rematch. But you better hope Errol Spence doesn't take a lot out of you in this first fight because it's going to take a lot out of both guys. But I still think Errol beats Terence Crawford in both fights because style make fights at the end of the day, and defense matters. With that being said, guys, it is what it is at the end of the day. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on your way in and on your way out. This is your boy, King Jr. We'll be back with some more boxing news. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.